Join our family of creators. Your support means the world to us. Subscribe now to the Content Creator channel. Your support keeps us motivated and helps us bring you fresh, exciting content every week. Hit that subscribe button and be part of our journey. In the world of politics, stories often unfold in the public eye, through speeches, laws, and official announcements. But sometimes, the most important stories happen behind closed doors, hidden from view. These are the stories of secret deals, quiet agreements, and financial arrangements that can have enormous consequences for a nation and the world. Before he became the 45th President of the United States, Donald Trump was a global brand. His name was stamped in gold letters on skyscrapers, hotels, and golf courses around the world. He was the star of a reality television show, The Apprentice, where his catchphrase, "You're fired," became a household term. This background was central to his appeal as a political candidate. He promised to run the country like a business. However, the very qualities that made him a successful businessman created a minefield of potential conflicts of interest once he entered the Oval Office. Unlike his predecessors, President Trump did not divest from his businesses or place them in a blind trust. One of the most intriguing and opaque financial episodes to emerge after the Trump presidency involves a curious payment from Egypt. Federal prosecutors have been investigating a claim that the Egyptian government secretly funneled approximately $10 million to Donald Trump as a bribe. The allegation centers on a deal where an Egyptian state-owned bank allegedly paid this sum to a company controlled by Trump. The payment was allegedly in exchange for him using his influence to help Egypt in a long-running dispute with Ethiopia over a massive dam on the Nile River. This dispute is a matter of national survival for Egypt, which relies almost entirely on the Nile for its water supply. The investigation has tried to trace the path of this money, though the theory is that the payment was disguised as part of a business transaction. During Donald Trump's 4 years in office, his businesses received at least $7.8 million from foreign governments and their representatives. This figure comes from a detailed report released by Democrats on the House Oversight Committee. The payments came from at least 20 different countries, with China being the largest spender, contributing over $5.5 million. These transactions raised immediate red flags because of a specific clause in the U.S. Constitution, the Foreign Emoluments Clause. Critics argued that every dollar a foreign government spent at a Trump property was a potential violation of this constitutional rule. Ultimately, the legal challenges over the Emoluments Clause never reached a final conclusion, leaving the central constitutional question unanswered. For decades, Deutsche Bank was one of the few major financial institutions willing to lend large sums of money to Donald Trump. After a series of bankruptcies in the 1990s, most Wall Street banks saw him as just too risky a client. But Deutsche Bank continued to provide him with loans totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. Congressional committees and the New York Attorney General's office launched investigations to get a look at Trump's closely guarded financial records. A 2020 Senate Intelligence Committee report noted that Trump's relationship with Deutsche Bank raised criminal financial counterintelligence concerns. The bank itself was found to have had serious lapses in its money laundering controls. The Trump administration's policies in the Middle East were marked by bold and often controversial moves. Throughout these diplomatic efforts, the president's family business was simultaneously pursuing its own deals in the region. During and after his presidency, his son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner cultivated deep relationships with leaders in Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates. One of the most scrutinized examples is the $2 billion investment that a Saudi Arabian sovereign wealth fund made in Jared Kushner's newly formed private equity firm. The timing of this massive investment raised serious ethical questions about whether this enormous payout looks like a reward for Kushner's friendly policy positions. The line between diplomacy and deal-making became exceptionally blurry. Beyond real estate and hotels, the Trump family's business interests have also extended into the complex world of international mineral rights. In 2017, while his father was president, Donald Trump Jr. reportedly met with individuals representing a plan to secure mining rights in the Democratic Republic of Congo. The DRC is a country rich in natural resources, especially cobalt, a critical component in batteries for electric cars and smartphones. The proposal was presented as a way to counter Chinese influence in Africa, since China currently dominates the global cobalt supply chain. However, the fact that the president's son was taking meetings of this nature raised serious ethical alarms. This episode highlights the shadowy intersection of family, business, and statecraft. In the coastal province of Quang Ngai, Vietnam, a story of a different kind of cost has been unfolding, one measured not in dollars but in displaced lives. A Vietnamese real estate company, a business partner of the Trump Organization, has been developing a luxury golf resort. To make way for the resort, approximately 260 families were forced to relocate, leaving behind their homes, farms, and ancestral graves. The impacted families have reported that they were pressured to leave their land for compensation that they considered deeply inadequate. Many lost their primary source of livelihood, as the small plots of land they were given in return were not suitable for farming. The Golden Trump brand, meant to signify luxury and exclusivity, became a symbol of displacement and loss for this Vietnamese community. The various controversies surrounding Donald Trump's business dealings are more than just isolated incidents. Together, they paint a comprehensive picture of unprecedented ethical challenges. These stories matter today because they force us to confront fundamental questions about trust, transparency, and the integrity of our democratic institutions. When citizens cannot be certain their leaders make decisions solely for the national good, the foundation of representative government is weakened. These episodes serve as a crucial lesson for the future. They sparked a national conversation about stronger ethics laws for presidents and high-ranking officials. Ultimately, this is a cautionary tale about the tension between power and money. A healthy democracy depends on keeping the two separate. Understanding these controversies isn't about relitigating the past, it's about learning from it, recognizing the importance of ethical guardrails and ensuring government remains of the people, by the people, and for the people, not for profit.